head coach Kevin Stefanski asked about the two joint practices, which will happen Wednesday and Thursday against the Eagles in Philadelphia. Will it be the same with the ones getting a lot of the joint practices, 2s and 3s in preseason, and getting a lot of work in the game?
No, that won't change. I mean, that's why you do these practices. I think, and both sides view it that way, typically, because you script the practice so that the ones get the vast majority, so that then your guys that are getting the 2s and 3s reps can get the majority of their reps in the game.
What did you see, or what did you think of some of the running backs on Friday night? Hadn't seen a lot of those guys, and then does that room feel kind of wide open right now?
I hope every room feels that these guys are pushing each other, and we're still in training camp mode. So I think that's the mentality that these guys have. I think the running back room in particular, Scott, I was really pleased with how hard those guys run. As you know, in practice, if you're not going live, it's hard for runners to show truly because they get thudded or they get tagged off and the ball stops. But you get to see guys break tackles, and I thought you saw that the other night.
Lance, you're going to be in Philadelphia Wednesday and Thursday for the joint practices. What are you paying attention to, and what do you think is important in those joint practices for the Browns coaches to see?
Well, I don't think there's any question. For me, it's going to be up front. You got two really good offensive and defensive lines on both sides. So you got Mariota and versus Miles. You're going to get Lane Johnson versus Alex Wright and all those guys. Obviously, Landon Dickerson got hurt a little bit in the last preseason. He probably won't play, but you got Cam Jurgens inside, Stein. So just that physicality inside. Then obviously you go the other side of the ball, you're going to see the Browns guards and center going against Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, two 300-plus pounders who can really move. So for me, it's going to be that physicality, and do they keep that physicality inside? Obviously, there's going to be some great matchups on the outside, and Jalen Hurts and all this kind of stuff. But for me, football, for the Browns to get back to, especially this year, winning football, they have to create that physical identity, and there's no one better in the NFL to test yourself against, especially inside, than the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be one of the better defenses they see, probably the best defensive tackle combo they'll see all year. So I'm looking forward to watching those guys inside for 2 days get after each other and see how the Browns hold up.
Were you impressed with the young defensive linemen that got to play against the Panthers? It looked like later in the game some of those guys started to really get into the backfield a little bit.
Well, this Holly kid, Ralph Holly kid, the kid out who was in the CFL, he plays really, really heavy. And I think that's important, especially with those backup guys, because of the fact that they're just going to be rotational guys to cause a lot of problems. Okawar thought it did a nice job. Troyan Shayanka had a good day-to-day this morning. So they have a lot of depth and a lot of guys who can kind of do what they need them to do. They can be specialists because of Mason Grant, because of Malik Collins. Shelby Harris can come in and just be a run stopper if they're struggling against the run. They have bodies that they can run at you in this Jim Schwartz defense. And then I think they got a guy behind him in Schlesinger that's going to make up for anything they miss. So the defensive lineman as a whole, I thought, played with great energy, and you saw that depth. And they're not losing anything with that depth, which is key when you get to second and third quarter. Very impressed with their ability to, even Juwan Briggs, just such a heavy kid. It's just really hard to block him. So just a lot of depth, a lot of rotation. Look forward to seeing those guys this week, both on Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday afternoon.